Congratulations, all three of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go through introductions here while our team gets settled. It's my pleasure to introduce University of South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley, as well as student athletes Zaya Cooke, Aaliyah Boston, and Victoria Saxton. Coach, we're going to start with an opening statement from you.
That was a tough game. Hats off to North Carolina for playing extremely efficient basketball game. They never gave up, no matter how big or small the lead was, and they deserved to be here, and they pushed us to the limit. And then I'm proud of our players. I'm proud of our players for gutting it out. We found ourselves in a two-possession game in the fourth quarter, and we bared down and won a game. And it felt good to do that in the fourth quarter. Of course, we don't want it that close, but if it got that close, find a way to dig deep and get a win.
As a reminder, we'll take questions for our student athletes only at this time. Let us get you the microphone, give us your name and affiliation, and who your question is for. Start right down here on the front to our left.
Augusta Stone with the State Newspaper. This first one's for Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you scored all 13 of South Carolina's points in the fourth quarter. I just wanted to ask, what works for you to lock in those high pressure moments whenever the game's within 4, clock's ticking down? What feeds into your mindset then?
In this game, I think a lot of it just went to just slowing down and being patient. We worked on that over the past couple practices and me reading the defense. And so once I did that, I just went to score.
I'm going to take our next question from right behind on the third row right here.
Mitch Northam with the News and Observer. Zaya, did you notice anything about, when you guys started hitting those threes, I think you and Destiny had 3 apiece there in the first half. Did you notice North Carolina's defense shift a little bit to start guarding you guys more and things opening up a little bit for Aaliyah in the paint?
Definitely. I think once they saw we started to hit a few threes, they started to come up on us, and it was able to bring Aaliyah some good buckets. And we were still able to get some shots, and we were still able for them to get rebounds for us, so it was pretty good.
Take our next question from right down here, front and center.
David Cloninger, Post Carrier. Aaliyah, were you demanding the ball in the 13th? In the fourth, some of those points were putbacks, but were you saying, give me the ball, I'll take this home?
No, not really. I probably should have, but I was just kind of just being patient, and a lot of it, just like you said, came off of rebounds because they took expected shots, and I was able to just be there for the rebound, so I just tried to crash the boards.
Next question from right here to our left, right by the camera podium.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. For Aaliyah, you've done a lot of tremendous things in your career, but it's the first time you've had a 20-20 game. Specifically in the second half, what was able to work for you so that you were able to become so dominant?
Just keeping, just like you said, dominance on my mind, just crashing the boards. We talked about that, making sure that once they're taking expected shots, we're just going to crash the boards, and I was able to do that.
Take our next question over here on the aisle, on our right.
Pete Iacobelli, Associated Press. Zaya, what does a game like this do for you guys going forward? The Miami game was tough. This is another difficult game as you continue on this journey.
I think it just shows it's only going to get tougher and tougher. Our opponents have been better and better each time down. So definitely just staying locked in, knowing that it will be hard, but we got to keep our foot on the gas the whole time.
Next question, front row, our far right.
Mike Uva, Gamecock Central. For Victoria and Zaya, what's it like to watch Aaliyah in that fourth quarter be able to do what she did? Obviously, Zaya, you had a very strong first quarter with being able to get the points going, but to see what she was able to do to help you guys just get the job done to advance to the Elite Eight.
Victoria, can you start us off, please?
I think that us coming together and just telling her, we need you to go in there and be dominant. When you get the ball, go score. So I think I really love watching that, being a part of it, and just seeing her do what she do.
I agree. I think she was super dominant tonight. She hit some very, very big free throws for us. She was super calm, and when she's calm, we're calm, so it helped us out as well.
Go back over here, one row back on our right.
Matt Dowell, Watch Fox out of Columbia. Victoria, this is also for you. Just, you guys are so experienced. You played so many big games. What can being in an atmosphere like this and getting through a tough one do for you guys going forward when it's going to be even bigger atmospheres, bigger moments?
We just got to stay poised and know what we're trying to do here. Listening to Coach and being disciplined to what she's telling us and what she wants us to do.
Next question over here, far left aisle.
Chandler Mack, WLTX TV in Columbia. Zaya, this is for you. You had a great game tonight. It was your best game so far in the tournament. You and Henny had your best games of the tournament. What were some of the things that you saw out there that told you, okay, tonight is going to be my night, and how much confidence does that give you as we get deeper into the tournament?
Honestly, I just let everything come to me. Coach tells me sometimes let him forget about me, and then when it's time to go, then you go. So I felt myself having the hot hand. I was just trying to keep myself calm and just get into my spots and knocking down my shots.
Next question over here, moving back to our right, second row.
Hey, Cam Gaskins with ABC Columbia. This is for all three of you. Zaya and Aaliyah, though, you said yesterday that you were expecting a physical, tough game, and that looked like one of the more physical, tough, gritty wins you guys have had this season. What does that game kind of do to prepare you guys moving forward, knowing that it's going to get more physical and a little bit grittier as you move on to this tournament?
Zaya, let's start with you, please.
I don't want to repeat myself, but I just feel like going out, we knew already they were going to be super aggressive. Like I said, I feel like this is what it's going to be like for the rest of the tournament. Each team is going to get more aggressive, and it's going to get harder each time we go out.
Aaliyah?
I agree with that. As we move up each game, the teams are coming to win, and so it's going to be a battle.
And Victoria?
I mean, I would say the same thing. We just got to know that each game is going to be tougher and tougher because that's just how it is in the NCAA tournament.
We're going to go down here, very front row on our left.
Alexis Cubitt from the State newspaper. Zaya, this one's for you. After the game was over, everybody's kind of celebrating, but you still seemed very locked in and kind of like you had a lot on your mind. I guess where does that intensity come from, or kind of what was your mind state there at the end of the game?
The whole time I was thinking we got 3 more, so that's what I just kept telling myself. We got 3 more. It's March Madness, it's fun, but I'm super locked in right now. We got 3 more. I just want to execute and get it done.
We're going to try to get to a couple more. We're going to start over here, second row. Second row behind. Thank you.
Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network. Victoria, I just want to check in on you, make sure you're feeling okay after that fall. Kind of take us through that sequence, and I saw you immediately kind of chuckle a little bit on the floor, and then too, just talk about your defensive mindset and how that's also an option that this team can use as a way to just get itself going.
The fall, it did hurt, but I just got up and kept going for my team. I got to push for them. And then on defense, that's just something that I do. That's something that I bring to the team. I take pride in it, and so I just, I go out there and I tell myself this is going to be the best defensive possession every time.
Right down here, very front middle.
Dick Cox with Lindy Sports. Victoria, being the senior leader on the team, 14 rebounds tonight, but it looked like in the second half you just took over the game doing all the little things that need to be done. What did you feel like your take was on the game?
That's what I do. I go out there and I do all the small things. I try to go get any rebound I can for the team and just protect the ball.
2 more. Right here, third row on the left side.
Yep, I'm Adler from The Next. This one's for Victoria. Just wanted to ask, how much fun is it to play teams outside the SEC who don't know y'all and just keep giving you shots to block?
It's really stop. It's fun to get to play teams outside of the SEC. Just to know that it's not easy. It's always tougher teams out there. So it's fun to get the experience outside of it.
Last question for our student athletes. Right here on our right side.
Shelby Swanson, Daily Tar Heels. So a question for all the players. How were you able to use your size advantage in today's game?
Zaya, can you start for us, please?
Well, I didn't really use mine, but I think I think our post players, they just know what they have to do out there. We lean on them to use their size to, get the rebounds. And the guards was boxing out as well, so we definitely all just want to stay aggressive.
Aaliyah?
Just making sure that we're being physical in the post, looking to attack, and just rebounding over them. We had some height advantage, and so we're just trying to crash the boards to give us an advantage.
Last word is yours, Victoria.
I agree with Aaliyah. I just feel like we were just trying to be aggressive and just dominate inside.
Thank you all. You may head back to your locker room.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and start with questions for Coach. We're going to start right down here in the middle front.
Dawn, I think I've heard you say before that sometimes Aaliyah maybe needs to play mean. Did you think that she played mean in that fourth quarter?
Me? No, not mean. I don't really think she has a mean bone in her body. I thought she played focused. I thought she played like the National Player of the Year, and that's what you do when the game's on the line. You give them the ball, and they perform. And she's been that for us all season long. But she showed up on the biggest stage in the biggest game, because this is the biggest game that we have in front of us, and she delivered.
Right here in the front on our right.
Don, for Aaliyah to be able to have 13 points and then 7 of those coming from the free throw line, 9 rebounds. I mean, you've been around this game both as a player and a coach. Where would you rack this performance up? And I know it's win in advance right now for you guys, but in terms of just maybe when you guys look back, how big could that performance be when you guys look back in retrospect?
I mean, if you look at the games that we've played, the big games that we've played, she's been dominant. She's probably doubled up what she normally does in those games, and I mean, you're looking at a player who really doesn't want to lose. I think she's got a goal in mind, she has goals in mind. Obviously the big goal is, to win a national championship. That's what she's been talking about. That's when that whole group has been talking about. And then she has goals in wanting to win a National Player of the Year. And some people can have those goals and not deliver and have people guessing as to what it is. She goes out there and performs. There's nobody that has performed at the highest level against the best competition in our country consistently all season long. And I think she just, she wants it.
Over here on our left on the aisle.
Brett Friedlander, North State Journal. Dawn, it's already been asked of your players about the height advantage, but you guys put a lot of pressure on the perimeter as well defensively. What was the strategy there, and how successful do you feel like it was?
We just want to make it hard. We want to be disruptive. We don't want you to, we don't want you to score on us, on your first option. You got to go a little bit deeper, maybe your second option. And then we don't want their best players to, perform at their average. I thought Deja Kelly did a great job at just putting us back on our heels and, scoring. But then we had to take care of everybody else. And I thought we did a great job at taking care of everybody else. And if we were able to do that, we increase our chances of winning. And, look at the stat sheet. If they're able to get their average, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. We wouldn't be sitting where we are today.
Right here on our left-hand side aisle.
Hey, Coach. Gabe Ibrahim, her Hoop Stats. Congrats on the win. How refreshing was it to see Zaya have a big game? Kind of felt like you guys were waiting for her to break out, and she broke out. What did that do for you guys and your offense?
I mean, it helps. Zaya, it helps Zaya, it helps us. Zaya is a player that is in the gym all times of the night. I mean, she actually invests in this game. She invests in her game. And, the basketball guys are crazy because she hasn't really had the season that she's wanted, nor the season, that she get the return on her investment. But if you just stay at it, if you just don't get too high with the highs or too low with the lows, it will even out. And I hope it evens out as we continue to advance in this tournament for her.
Right down here, very front left.
Hey, Don, Alexi with the State newspaper. Kind of piggybacking off that, how would you describe Zaya's just intensity and, the mindset that she has when it comes to playing and even off the court?
I mean, she's super competitive. I mean, she wants to win. Like, she wants it all. Like, she wants everything that you could possibly get out of the game, like now. And she has no filter when it comes to that. She has no gauge when it comes to, knowing that the WNBA is. I remember talking to her in her freshman year. She's like, "Should I be thinking about the WNBA?" I'm like, "Right now, in freshman year, like." So, but it's just the way she's wired, and she attacks, her workouts in that way. She's always thinking about that, and she just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to fail. So some of this is a little bit fear of failure, and then some of it is just I'm just super competitive. So it's a little bit of both of those.
Going to go over here to middle.
Dawn, it's not often we see this team get beat in the paint. What does it say about these players that they were able to adapt and still find a way to win this game despite one of the core traits of its offense being taken away from it?
Yeah, I mean, North Carolina was committed to, just clogging up the paint and forcing us to do something other than, pass the ball down there and, have Aaliyah or any of our bigs score the ball. So I thought it was huge for us to come out and hit some shots. Henny hit some shots, Zaya hit some shots. And, it allowed us to open it up a little bit, and it didn't put as much pressure as we've been playing on the offensive end over the past 2 games. So it gave us an opportunity to feel good about ourselves. But you can take away entry passes, but you really can't take away our length and our ability to rebound the basketball, especially in offensive rebound.
Try to get just a couple more. We got one right over here on the right, second row.
Matt Dowell, Watch Fox. Don, you spoke of Aaliyah. On Sunday, she said she was frustrated. She wasn't happy with the way she played. What did you see from her this week in practice? Did she have a different look? Did she have a different feel in practice? Or what did you see from her?
I mean, I just saw her concentrating on trying to put herself in the same position she was in against Miami, which is, we try to crowd her space. We try to rush her a little bit to have her feel that. But I thought she was just calm, just trying to be patient out there, not to play as fast as she was playing in the Miami game. And I thought, those days of working on that, I thought she did a good job at executing on game day.
Over here, far left.
Hey, Coach. Zaya and Destiny probably had their best games of the tournament so far. More particular to Destiny, what did you see out of her performance, and how much of a confidence boost do you think it can give her as we get deeper into the tournament?
I mean, our players, they're not, they're confident players. Like, it doesn't matter if, they shoot 20% for 2 games or 5 games. I think what we do with our players is we don't get too high with the highs or too low with the lows. We find a way to maintain, because we know if we maintain, getting from here to here is a shorter distance from down here to here. So if you just stay in the middle, you won't drop. If you drop, it's not too far, but you can get back up. We knew it was coming. We knew they were going to hit some shots. And it was good to see it go down for them. I mean, they weren't really efficient, but they got some shots to go in. And when they start going in, we can work on the efficiency a little bit later.
We'll take our last question from the Associated Press right here.
Pete Iacobelli, Associated Press. Don, I guess you got to say hi to Lamont Paris a little bit. Did he have any advice for you tonight, or?
No, I mean, I just told him, he's going to love this place. He's going to love the fans. He's going to love, the people of South Carolina. And I hope they give him a chance. I really hope they give him a chance to succeed. I mean, this is a town in which they love winners. They love hard workers. But they're not very patient. So we're hoping that they're a little patient, because people were patient with me. I mean, we weren't, my first 3 years here, it was a dogfight. It was what I thought was professional suicide. So I hope Lamont doesn't get to that place, and I hope people are super patient and allow him to grow and, make his imprint on Columbia, South Carolina, and our university and our state.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.